We're going to look today at what happens when you take a negative number and multiply by a positive one. It's very simple. It basically goes back, for me, to the number line. We're going to give some other examples as well as far as why this works. First example, we're going to be doing negative 3 times 2. All right, so notice if you start with negative 3, okay, so negative 3 is right here. If you go to negative 3, that's one negative 3, right? But if you multiply it by 2, basically, and we're going to note it with some jumps here, negative 3 times 2 would be, there's one negative 3, but you would do it twice, 1, 2, 3, and you would end up at negative 6. So for that simple reason, if you have a negative number and you multiply it by a positive, you're still just moving to the left on the number line. For example, negative 3 times 3 would be, there's negative 3, that's 1, 2 negative 3s, 3 negative 3s would give you negative 9. So since you're multiplying by a positive number, you're still just moving to the left. And therefore, negative times a positive is always going to be negative. In this case, negative 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Let's look at another one. How about negative 5 times 4? Again, you would just be moving to the left of the number line. The answer is negative 20. Now, another way I do teach this is just do 5 times 4 and make it negative, right? Sometimes that confuses students. To me, the conceptual way is the best way. If I'm starting with a negative number and I'm multiplying it a positive number of times, I'm still moving left on the number line. Therefore, the answer is negative. Another example would be negative 8 times 12. That would also be negative 96. Okay, so a negative times a positive is always negative. It's simple. If we were looking at the algebra of it, negative a times b, we would just figure out a times b and make it negative. So let's just do some examples together. 11 times negative 10. Now you notice this one's a little bit different because the positive comes first, the negative comes second. But we've already learned that the order in which you multiply two numbers doesn't matter. So in fact, this is the same as, we'll write it up here, negative 11 times positive 10. And again, if you need help, if you need conceptual help, just realize that if you're starting at, okay, let's just make 0 here. If you're starting at negative 11, negative 1, okay, if you're starting at, if you're starting at negative 10 and you're multiplying it 11 times, you're going to be going this way, right? So your answer is going to be negative. So at any rate, like we said before, you can just do 11 times 10 and make it negative. Now, what is 11 times 10? Okay, well, we know 11 times 10 is 110, right? You're just basically putting a 0 on top of the 1. And since it's a positive times a negative, the answer is negative 10. Simple. So again, a positive times a negative is negative. Negative 12 times 6. Again, if you're starting at, here's 0, negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, negative 12. If you're multiplying that 6 times, you're going to be going this way, so it's going to be negative. But what's 12 times 6? Well, 12 times 6, let's do the dot here, is 72. But since the answer is negative, the answer is negative 72. I was thinking before, I should have put the negative in the previous example just to denote what we're doing there. Negative 11 times 10 is negative 110. Okay, so negative 12 times 6 is negative 72. Just one more. I think you guys are getting the point. 6 times negative 4. Pretty simple again. Let's just do, we can reverse that and we can write it as negative 4 times 6. It doesn't really matter. You get the same answer either way. All right, so 4 times 6 is 24. Since it's a negative times a positive, answer is negative 24. So that's it. Negative times a positive is always negative. A positive times a negative is always negative as well. So basically, if you have one positive and one negative, the answer is going to be negative. If you have any other questions about this lesson, let me know.